How or has remote work influenced demand for shore homes? Has that increased it?
Remote work,
Yeah.
such as remote, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that definitely has, well, COVID has changed the world, so people are thinking, if I have to work from home, I might as well have that beach house and work at the beach. Work and look at the views, and get out on my lunch break and take a walk on the beach. Why work in the middle of suburbia when I can be at the beach? Yeah, it's increased dramatically. People have bought here and then eventually retired and live here full time.
Um, so you would say, as a result of the increase of remote work, there's been more people choosing the Jersey Shore as a permanent residence.
Absolutely, yep.
And have you noticed that, like professionally as a realtor, have you had any clients that are remote workers living here full time?
Yes, a great deal. I'd say a large percentage.
Do you happen to know about what percentage?
I would give it 50%.
Wow, 50% are remote workers
Yeah.
that live here full time.
Either the husband, the wife, both.
What features are remote workers looking for when they shop here? Do they have different things that they're looking for?
Well, obviously, everybody wants to be as close to the beach as they can. They'd love to have the view from their desk as they're, doing their work. But if they can't find that in their price range and they're close enough to walk to the beach, they're satisfied.
Yeah. Do you take a different approach if you know someone is like a remote worker versus someone who's trying to buy a vacation rental or someone who has a job on the shore? Do you take a different approach at all as a
To
realtor?
certainly, I always qualify them to make sure whatever their needs are, I'm trying my best to find that perfect property. But you got to open their eyes to what other possibilities there are that they could, maybe they're only thinking of a single family where there's that perfect little condo where they could have that view. It all depends.
Well, let's also just talk about on the same topic, like people who work locally. Like what percentage of, if 50% of the people you're selling to are remote workers, I'm sure some percent are people buying a second home or a vacation rental. And then there's got to be some percent that are people who actually live and work here. How would you divide up those other percentages?
Oh, people that buy here that live and work here are probably the lowest percentage, because it's a seasonal place for the most part. Jobs here are seasonal, so that would be the lowest percent. The percentage of people, it's probably a mixture of both. Remote workers also could be looking for an investment property. So, yeah, they can work remotely, and let's just say they also want it as an investment. They're going to rent it out as well. So it could be a combination of those types of clients.
Okay, great. So would you say maybe like 10 or 20% that live here and work here?
A lot of retirees, so I would say 10%
Okay.
when they come here to live here. Yeah.
Okay.
And as far as working, yeah, they might get a fun little job on the boardwalk or drive the tram car.
Operate a roller coaster or something.
Right, there you go.